Welcome to PIKnIC. It's the people I knew in college.
Here we are, PIKnIC, Part 4. You probably remember the girl in the green pants. Not Kristen. Cody, Spencer, Keener. Number 4, XWC. 3 letters that mean very little to most of you, but mean so much to me. Let's talk about it. You may or may not remember Xanga. Xanga was a blogging site many years ago. I think it still exists, but I don't think people really use it anymore. However, back in 2003, 2004, it was very accessible, easy to use, and I knew a lot of people who were using it. And I like to write. I'm kind of a writer, so I was like, hey, let's do it. So, I opened my Xanga. And I enter all of the blog rings for our school and such things, and there are a few people who comment a lot. And you gotta understand, I'm the kind of guy, I will post a lot on something like that. Now I do it on Facebook. Back then, it was Xanga. 1 sentence. Boom. 8 comments. Yes. 1 sentence. Boom. 6 comments. Yes. 1 sentence. Boom. Get into a conversation on there, 35 comments. And everybody's like, wow, you're crazy at this. You're awesome. And, I'm posting sometimes 5 to 10 times a day. Only one of them will be a real post, if even one. But I'm having all these conversations, reading about people's lives, and man, it's I don't even know these people. Most of them. And then one day I find out about XWC, the Xanga Horror Convention. What is a Xanga Horror? It's somebody who goes to great lengths on Xanga to get attention. One night a week, I forget which night it was, I think it might have been Tuesday, a bunch of the Xanga horrors got together and hung out. And it was like an invitation-only event. So I show up, and I start meeting people. Take 2 on the list of people, in alphabetical order. Deb, James, the other James, Jesse, Mark, Tony. Take 2 because I forgot somebody. I'm not going to tell you who. And then there's people who just kind of floated through, who were maybe there 1 time or 2 times. I actually had a crush on one of the girls who was there 2 or 3 times. Since this, I've actually kind of gotten to be pretty good friends with her brother, which is strange, but anyway, that's not the point. What was I talking about? Let's see. Sorry, I lost my place a little bit. Oh, okay. So, every week we would meet at my friend Tony's apartment. Let's talk a little bit about Tony's apartment. It was kind of the creepiest place you could ever be. For one, there were, it was really not lit up very well around there. So you were just kind of walking through the dark, hoping that you didn't, fall off the side of the path or anything. And, one day somebody got their car stuck in the ditch. And yeah, it was just this little, I think it was not a basement, but kind of split level below ground kind of thing. I don't remember for sure. There was a rule, at least I heard this was the rule, that if somebody bought something for Tony, no matter who it was, no matter what it was, he hung it on his wall. And I have no idea how many of the things that were hanging on his wall he purchased / acquired on his own versus someone gave to him. But he had a wall of pictures of Hitler. He had a poster of Disney princesses. He had a Justin Timberlake poster. What else? There were some other really creepy things, but yeah. Man. And for some reason, anytime that we were in Tony's apartment, I simply could not seem to keep my shirt on. No matter what, every week my shirt would come off. it didn't matter how cold it was. At some point, I would end up not wearing a shirt. It was kind of embarrassing, but it became like a joke. Like an inside joke. Like, you're still wearing a shirt? Who are you? And people would like see me at school and be like, why are you wearing a shirt? And then everybody else who didn't know what we were talking about was like, why wouldn't he be wearing a shirt? We're in class. Yeah. Like, one week, I was taking my picture with the Justin Timberlake poster. And the Justin Timberlake poster doesn't have a shirt on. So I couldn't have a shirt on either. It just made sense. Most weeks it wasn't that logical. Some days we would just sit around and read our Zangas to each other. Or read each other's Zangas aloud. That was a lot of fun. Yeah. One day, for some reason, we didn't do it at Tony's apartment. We went to the mall food court instead. And we're mall rats. So that was interesting. And there is, by the way, a restaurant in the mall, like a baked potato restaurant in Lynchburg, Virginia, that has cheeseburger as a side item. A side of cheeseburger. I don't know why. So yeah. That's... Man. Zanga is one of those things. It really definitely marks that time of my life. Like all of these things do. I'm getting kind of nostalgic now. This may or may not be the last video of PIKnIC. If it is, thanks for watching. And if it's not, thanks for watching anyway. But there's more to come.